Okay, so when we need to add a page to the instruction site, first we're in the back end, we've already logged in, and I went to pages, and as you can see here, it lists all the pages. Some of them are still in draft form, which means they're not live on the website yet. And then others have notes like this is the front page, this is the home page of the website. And then this is stuff Derek works with, and it's password protected. So he kind of manages that page. And you can see with some of these, they have a little hyphen in front, and this means that they are a part of a drop-down menu. So this is the upper level how-to and the main navigation. And these are the items that are underneath it in the drop-down. So I need to add a page here for how to submit grades. So what I'm going to do is at the top, I'm going to go to Pages, Add New. And I'm going to give this page a unique name. So this one is going to be Turning in Grades. And I'll show you how to build a page in a second and how to add all the content. But this area over here is where you can publish it and make it live. But we're going to have to make it a part of a drop-down menu. So we're going to say that the parent of this page, so the top level parent, is How To. Now it's going, see how it's curriculum, syllabi, distance, it's not in alphabetical order. Traditionally in WordPress, this is a system we're using, it will automatically alphabetize it, but we can change the order by manipulating the tab order is what we call it. So I'm going to go ahead and choose How To, because that's the parent of this. And now I can put it in order. So if I want it to be third place, I can put it as number 30. If I want it to be fourth place, I can put it as number 40. Now, I could have put them 1, 2, 3, 4, but if you don't leave any space in between, then you're gonna always have to reorder or renumber all of your pages. So if I wanted this, we currently have curriculum, syllabi, and distance. So I'm assuming that this one is 10, 20, and 30. If I wanted it in between syllabi and distance, then what I would do is if I assume this is 20 and this is 30, then I would make mine 30 or 21, so it would sit in between, but I wouldn't have to go back and renumber these. So for now, I don't really know what's going to happen with it because I can't remember the order that I used previously. So I'm just going to hit publish. So you can save it as a draft. Right now it tells you its status is draft. It is publicly visible except for it's not published. So it still really isn't publicly visible. But once I hit publish, it's going to make that publicly visible. Now you could also preview it here and then come back and change anything you need to change. But because we haven't really added any content, we're just going to hit publish. So once we do that, now you can see that it's published and its visibility is public, and it'll tell you when the last time this page was published. So let's go back to the front end of the site, and you can see I have How To, curriculum, distance, and syllabi. So I'm going to hit refresh and go to How To, and as you can see, it's still not in the drop-down menu. Now, sometimes when you're in a website like this, it will automatically make the navigation, but because ours is complicated and we've got some drop-downs and flyouts, or we intend to have those, we have to do one more step. We actually have to edit the navigation. So we're going to get out of this page and we're going to go where all the navigation lives, and that is in Appearance and Menus. So there are many different menus you can have on one of these sites. So this is going to seem a little overkill, but there's reasons, because think of Amazon and how many menus are actually on one page in Amazon. So right here we can see that there is a main menu, and that's going to be the one that shows at the top of the screen. But there are also a menu for the faculty handbook and the adjunct handbook and the desire to learn section. So what that looks like is if I click on D2L, see how it has a side navigation right here? So this is that menu. So if I wanted to edit this menu, I would have to make sure to choose that menu. If I click Desire to Learn and hit Select, it'll show you setting up your course, quizzes and tests, setting up your course. So that's that. So if I want to edit this one, I have to go back and choose Main Menu and select it. And this is where you can see that we have these top level, and then we have these indented options. These are the drop-down menus. So I'm going to go over here to pages that I created. Now I could add a page that I've created. I can actually link to one of my blog posts. I can even put a custom link, like if I wanted this to go to the Higher Learning Commission, I could put that URL in there and then link text and add that to the menu. But for right now, I want to do Turning in Grades because that is the page I just created. And it has all, these are your most recent pages, so you can also view all, or you can search if you end up having a lot of pages. So I want to do turning in grades and add it to the menu, and it's always going to kind of pop it to the bottom. Now if I move this up, if I put it here, it's going to put it right between the handbook and about. But if I move it up here, you can see that it's kind of indenting at different points. If I do this, it's going to be a sub menu of curriculum. If I do one over, it's going to allow it to be just in equal, in line with those. So I'll probably put this at the very end because it's kind of one of the last steps that a faculty member will need to do. And I need to click Save Menu and go back to the front end and hit refresh. And now when I go to How To, I should see turning in grades.